Trey Lance was drafted 3rd overall, and he won't see the field for a while, which he shouldn't.
Don't agree with you.
You don't agree?
I'm going to say something that may come back to bite me in the ass. I'm not going to be shocked if Jimmy Garoppolo is not on the San Francisco 49ers roster week 1.
Really?
I won't be shocked. Because here's the thing. I went down a rabbit hole, and I discovered something that I did not know. And I hadn't had it put this way to me. Jimmy Garoppolo's salary, when does it become guaranteed?
No.
Week 1.
Week 1. It's $25 million.
That's a lot of coin.
You know what they could use that money to do if he's not on the roster?
What's that?
Roll it over into next year to re-sign Bosa and Fred Warner.
Yep.
I had not thought of that. And it's kind of a good point.
Would anyone trade for him and pay any of that money?
I don't think they have to. I think they could cut him outright.
Wow.
To save $25 million, I think they could cut him outright.
That sounds insane.
It sounds insane until you start thinking about it and realize you basically have 2 choices. Michael Whiteside, I know our resident San Francisco 49ers fan, can speak to what I'm getting ready to say.
Mm-hmm.
Which would you rather do? Take your lumps with Trey Lance. Still probably be I think they're an 11-win team if Trey Lance starts day 1.
Wow.
Or you can ride with Jimmy Garoppolo, knowing full well a year from now he will not be the starter, and he's probably not the starter all the way through this year. You'll lose either Fred Warner or Bosa. There's no other way around it. You cannot figure the money out any other way. Not without losing, just hemorrhaging players.
Yeah.
The only way you retain them both, because they're both going to get top of the industry money,
Right.
is to not pay Jimmy Garoppolo. That's it.
They knew they couldn't play DeForest Buckner. They had to make that trade.
They had to make the deal, and I don't think they're going to do that again.
Now, what you say makes a lot of sense. However, I don't believe that this is right now. I believe this is a team that can contend for a Super Bowl.
I agree.
Correct?
For sure. And
Correct? Okay, now let me pose this to you.
Right.
Is this a team that can contend for a Super Bowl with Trey Lance as the quarterback?
I think the ceiling's higher.
The ceiling is higher, but this year, I do not feel that is the case.
Here's the thing. They're not going to ask him to do a shitload. They're not. This is going to be a run-first team.
Yeah.
He brings
Always.
another dimension to that. And I think he can play quicker than other people do. I do. And I think they believe that.
I do think if he's on the team after a couple of mediocre games from Jimmy Garoppolo, Shanahan's going to be looking at Trey Lance, the specimen, the athletic freak he is on the sidelines, and being like, I can do some fun things with this guy. Like, I can, these third downs that Jimmy G is throwing it away or throwing it in the dirt, I think I can make some things happen, get this guy in some good positions, get him out in space, doing some things in the run game. So I think it's going to be the little devil on Shanahan's shoulder most of the season if Garoppolo's still there.
It sounds insane when I say it.
It sounds insane.
But the more I've thought about it, the more I don't see how it doesn't happen.
I don't see it that way.
You gave up that much draft capital. And you got to think about this. You gave up this much draft capital to get up there and get Trey Lance. So you know you don't have those picks one way or the other.
That's why it hurts not to trade Garoppolo, though.
Who's going to trade for him? There's not a landing spot for Garoppolo.
Should have done it earlier.
Denver.
No.
Denver.
You want 3 mediocre quarterbacks on the roster? Like,
I mean,
he's better than what they have.
Are 3 mediocre quarterbacks as good as one good one? I don't know. I don't see a reason.
Yeah, and then you have, all right, so let's say they do that. And instantaneously, George Payton has to answer well, why did you not just take Justin Fields?
Right.
Because he sucks. I mean, what? Sorry, I forgot the camera was on for a minute.